Liam was a simple man. He lived in a small village surrounded by thick green forests. Every day he worked as a woodcutter. With his strong arms and steady hands, he cut trees and collected firewood. He was known as a hard worker, but also a quiet man who liked peace. Liam's life was simple but good. The village was small and the people knew each other well. They lived close to nature, hunting, farming, and trading. But Liam preferred the forest. He liked the smell of the trees, the sound of the wind through the leaves, and the calm feeling the woods gave him. It was his safe place. One late afternoon, Liam took his usual path deep into the forest. The sun was low, and golden light passed through the branches. Birds sang quietly. Liam carried his axe on his shoulder, ready to find the best wood for the coming winter. He moved carefully, watching for signs of good trees to cut. Suddenly, something strange caught his eye. A soft glow appeared between two large oak trees. Curious, Liam stepped closer. At first he thought it might be a small firefly or some glowing plant. But as he moved forward, the light took the shape of a woman. She was unlike anyone Liam had ever seen. Her skin was pale, but with a slight blue tint, smooth and shining softly in the dim light. Her hair was long and silver, falling gently over her shoulders. Her eyes were large and deep, like dark pools reflecting the stars. She wore a flowing dress that seemed to move like water. The woman looked calm but strong. Liam's heart beat faster. He was not afraid, but he was surprised. He did not know if he was dreaming or awake. The woman smiled gently and spoke in a voice as soft as the breeze. "Liam," she said. He blinked. How did she know his name? "I am Arya," she said. "I have come to find you." Liam took a step back but kept his eyes on her. "Why are you here? Who are you?" Arya's eyes looked deep into his. "I am from a far place, a world beyond the stars. I came to tell you something very important." Liam felt confused. "I am just a woodcutter, I don't understand." Arya moved closer, her steps quiet on the forest floor. "You are more than a woodcutter, Liam. You are the one chosen long ago. I am your wife." The words shocked Liam. His mind raced. "My wife? I don't know you. This must be a mistake." Arya's face was serious but kind. "It is no mistake. Our people made a promise a long time ago. Your ancestors and mine agreed to unite by marriage. That promise was to protect both our worlds from harm." Liam looked around, trying to see if someone was playing a trick on him, but the forest was still and quiet. "Why me?" he asked, voice low. "Because you carry the blood of those ancestors. You are part of that ancient bond," Arya explained. "You are the one I was sent to find." Liam shook his head slowly. "I don't understand. How can I be your husband when I don't even know you?" Arya reached out and gently took his hand. It was warm and steady. "I know this is hard to believe, but the truth is written in our hearts and blood." The sun had almost set and the forest was turning dark. Liam felt a mix of fear and curiosity. He wanted to ask many questions, but the words stuck in his throat. "Will you come with me?" Arya asked softly. "There is much you need to know." Liam looked at her, still unsure, but something inside him stirred, a feeling that this meeting was no accident. He nodded slowly. "Then we must leave soon," Arya said. "Danger is near, and time is short." Liam grabbed his axe and walked with Arya deeper into the woods. The world he knew was changing fast. The quiet life of a woodcutter was about to end. As they moved through the shadows, Liam thought about his simple days, the village, and the peaceful forest. Could he really leave all that behind? Could he believe in this strange woman who called him her husband? For now he had no choice but to follow and learn the truth. The journey had begun. Liam followed Arya deeper into the forest. The shadows grew longer and the soft sounds of night began to fill the air. Owls hooted from the treetops and small animals rustled in the bushes. But Liam's mind was full of questions. He could barely understand what Arya had told him. They reached a small clearing surrounded by tall trees. In the middle stood a strange, glowing object. It looked like a tall pillar made of smooth metal and light. Liam stared at it, wondering what it was. Arya stepped forward and placed her hand on the pillar. The light changed colors, shifting from blue to green to soft purple. Then, a hologram appeared above it, a star map, showing many bright dots connected by lines. "This is the star system I come from," Arya said softly. "It is far from Earth, many light years away. My people live there." Liam watched in amazement. He had never seen anything like this before. The stars on the map seemed to move and shine with life. "Our ancestors made a promise long ago," Arya continued. "Humans and my people agreed to join as one family. This bond would protect both our worlds from harm." Liam shook his head. "But how? Why me? I am just a woodcutter. I don't have power or skills like a soldier or a leader." Arya looked at him kindly. "The bond is not about power. It is about heart, courage, and trust. Your ancestors had these qualities. You do too." Liam thought about his simple life. He had never been brave or strong in battle, but he did care about his village and the people he loved. Maybe that was what Arya meant. "Why did you come now?" Liam asked. "Why tell me this today?" "Because danger is coming," Arya said, her voice low. "There are those who want to break the bond, to harm my people and yours. They have been searching for me." Liam's eyes widened. "Who? What kind of danger?" Arya looked around carefully. "A group from my world, a faction that believes we should not help humans. They see us as weak and want to control both planets." Liam's heart pounded. He had never imagined such things existed. His life had been peaceful, but now it seemed the universe was much bigger and more dangerous than he thought. "Can we stop them?" Liam asked, trying to sound braver than he felt. "We must try," Arya said firmly. "But I cannot do it alone. I need your help, Liam." He looked at her, unsure but determined. "What can I do?" Arya smiled gently. "First, you must learn about our bond and the history behind it. Then you will see why you were chosen." She touched the pillar again, and the star map changed to show a glowing line connecting Earth and her home planet. "Long ago, our ancestors faced a great threat," Arya began. "Their worlds were at risk of destruction from a dark enemy. To protect each other, they formed an alliance sealed by marriage, a sacred promise. From that promise came strength, unity, and hope." Liam listened carefully. It was like a story from another world, but Arya spoke as if it was true. He wanted to believe her. "Your family has carried this promise for generations," she said. "It was hidden to protect it from those who wished harm. Now that secret is yours." Liam took a deep breath. "But what if the danger finds us? How can I protect you or my village?" "You have something special," Arya replied. "The spirit of a human. Your creativity, your courage, your ability to stand even when things are hard. These will help us." Suddenly, a loud noise came from the trees. Liam tensed, ready to defend. A shadow moved quickly toward them. Arya's eyes flashed with light. "Stay behind me." From the darkness stepped a tall figure, wearing dark armor and holding a strange weapon. His face was hidden by a helmet with glowing red eyes. "Arya," the figure said coldly, "you must come back. The council demands your return." Arya did not move. "I will not go with you. This is Earth and Liam is with me," the figure sneered. "You forget your duty. The council will punish those who break the law." Liam felt fear rise inside him, but also a strange calm. He stepped forward, holding his axe tightly. "This is my home," Liam said quietly, "and I will protect it." The figure laughed. "A woodcutter? You are weak." But Liam did not back down. His eyes burned with determination. Arya touched Liam's arm. "Remember your strength." Suddenly, Liam felt energy flow through him. It was warm and strong. His muscles felt ready, his mind clear. He swung his axe with all his might, but the figure moved fast, dodging easily. The shadow raised his weapon and aimed at Liam, but Arya moved quickly. A bright shield of light formed around them. The figure growled in frustration and stepped back into the darkness. "This is not over," he said before disappearing among the trees. Liam stood breathless. He looked at Arya, surprised by his own courage. "See?" Arya smiled. "The bond is awakening." Liam nodded slowly. "I don't know what this means yet, but I want to help." Arya took his hand again. "Together we will face what comes. You are not alone." The forest was silent once more. But Liam knew his life had changed forever. The quiet days of a woodcutter were gone. Now he was part of something greater, a story of stars, promises, and courage. And the journey had only just begun. The morning sun peeked through the thick branches as Liam and Arya made their way back to the village. The air was cool and fresh, filled with the scent of pine and earth. Liam still felt a mix of wonder and worry. He could not forget the dark figure from the night before, or the strange power Arya said was awakening inside him. Arya walked beside him with calm confidence. Her steps were light but sure, as if she belonged both to the forest and somewhere far beyond the stars. Liam glanced at her often, trying to understand her more. She was so different from anyone he had ever met, but somehow he felt connected to her. When they reached the village, the familiar sights and sounds greeted Liam. Children played near wooden carts, farmers worked in the fields, and neighbors talked by the well. Yet Liam noticed something had changed. Whispers followed him as he walked. Curious eyes watched from doorways. He realized Arya's presence was new and strange to them. Some villagers stopped and stared at her pale skin and shining hair. A few murmured nervously about the strange woman from the woods. Liam felt protective. "She is with me," he told anyone who asked. "She means no harm." Arya smiled gently at the villagers but said little. She seemed to understand their fear, but also their curiosity. Liam hoped they would soon accept her. That evening, Liam sat with Arya outside his small wooden house. The sky was clear, stars shining like tiny diamonds. "Tell me about your world," Liam asked. "I want to understand where you come from." Arya's eyes reflected the starlight. "My home is called Illyria. It is a planet of great forests, mountains, and seas. Our people live in harmony with nature and technology. We have learned to use energy from the stars to power our cities." Liam listened, amazed by her words. He had never dreamed of such a place. "Do you have villages like ours?" "Yes, but much larger. We value community and family. Our history is long and filled with many stories, some of peace, some of war." Liam nodded slowly. "And your people made a promise with humans?" Arya's face grew serious. "Yes. Long ago, when threats came from dark forces beyond our worlds, our ancestors joined together. They sealed their promise by marriage, a bond between two souls to protect both species." Liam thought about his own family, the quiet life he had lived. Why was the bond hidden? Why don't people know about it? "Because not all wanted peace," Arya answered. "There are those who fear our unity. They want control and power. So the bond was kept secret, passed down, only to those chosen to protect it." Liam felt a weight on his shoulders. "And now it is my responsibility?" Arya reached out and took his hand again. "Yes, but you are not alone. The bond gives us strength when we stand together." Over the next days, Liam and Arya spent much time together. She showed him how to sense the energy of the forest, how to listen to the wind's messages. Liam discovered that his body felt stronger, his mind sharper. One morning, while practicing near the river, Liam noticed something new. When he touched the water, it seemed to glow softly beneath his hand. Arya smiled. "Your power is growing. The bond is awakening." Liam laughed in disbelief. "Me? A simple woodcutter with strange powers?" Arya nodded. "The greatest strength comes from the heart. You have courage, kindness, and hope. These make you special. But not everyone in the village shared this hope. Some people grew suspicious. One afternoon, a group of villagers gathered near the market, whispering about the alien woman and her strange magic. Liam's best friend Thomas approached him. "Liam, people are talking. They don't like Arya here. They say she brings trouble." Liam frowned. "They don't understand. She is part of something greater. I believe in her." Thomas shook his head. "You're risking a lot. Maybe it's better to be careful." Liam felt torn. He wanted peace for his village, but he also wanted to stand by Arya. She had trusted him, and he had promised to protect her. That night, as the village slept, Arya sat by the fire and told Liam more about her world. "There is a group called the Shadow Council," she said softly. "They want to destroy the bond. They believe strength comes from fear and control." Liam listened closely. "Why do they hate peace?" "Because they fear unity," Arya explained. "When people work together, they cannot be controlled easily. The Shadow Council wants to rule alone." Liam clenched his fists. "We cannot let them win." Arya reached out and touched his cheek. "Together we will stand. You are not just a woodcutter. You are a guardian of the bond." Liam looked into her eyes and saw trust and hope. For the first time, he felt ready to face what was coming. The days grew warmer, but the village's tension did not fade. Whispers turned to warnings, and some villagers watched Liam and Arya with fear. One afternoon, as Liam worked in the forest, he found a strange symbol carved into a tree. It looked like a circle with 3 lines crossing it. He showed it to Arya when she arrived. Her face turned pale. "That is a mark of the Shadow Council," she said. "They are near." Liam's heart raced. The danger was real and close. "We must warn the village," Arya said. "And prepare." Liam nodded. "I will stand with you. We will protect our home." That night, Liam gathered the village elders and told them what he had learned. Some listened with open minds, others with doubt, but Liam's words and the courage in his voice touched many. They agreed to watch for danger and stand together. Arya smiled softly. "The bond is stronger than fear." As the stars shone bright above, Liam and Arya stood side by side. The journey ahead would be hard and filled with challenges. But they were not alone. Their bond was real. Their hearts were one, and together they would face the darkness. The sun was setting behind the hills as Liam stood at the edge of the forest watching the village below. The peaceful scene felt strange now. The quiet chatter of children and the soft lights in the windows could not hide the tension that had settled over the place. Liam's thoughts were heavy. He knew the danger was near. The strange symbol on the tree, the warnings from Arya, and the shadows moving in the woods, all signs that trouble was coming. Arya stood beside him, her eyes sharp and alert. She had spent the day preparing the villagers, teaching them how to defend themselves, and helping Liam build simple traps using wood and rope. "We must be ready," Arya said softly. "The Shadow Council will not wait long." Liam nodded. "I won't let them harm anyone here." As darkness fell, the village grew still. Families locked their doors and whispered prayers. Liam patrolled the outer edge with a small group of men and women, their hands gripping simple weapons, axes, knives, and wooden staffs. The forest seemed to close in around them. The rustling of leaves and snapping of twigs kept everyone on edge. Suddenly, a sharp whistle echoed through the trees. "Enemies!" Liam shouted. From the shadows emerged several figures, moving quickly and silently. They wore dark armor that seemed to absorb the moonlight, and their faces were hidden behind helmets with narrow slits glowing red. The villagers gasped, but did not run. Liam raised his axe and stepped forward. Arya stood beside him, her hands glowing faintly with energy. "Stay behind me," she warned. The attackers moved fast, trying to surround the villagers. But Liam's traps caught some, and the villagers fought bravely. Liam swung his axe at one enemy, striking hard. The figure blocked with a dark shield, but stumbled back. Arya raised her hands and sent a wave of light that pushed the attackers away. The glow lit the clearing, revealing the determined faces of the villagers. The battle was fierce but short. The Shadow Council's agents were skilled, but they were not prepared for the unity and courage of the villagers. Finally, the attackers retreated into the forest, disappearing as quickly as they had come. Liam breathed heavily. His arms ached and his clothes were torn, but he was alive. Arya approached him. "You did well. You have the strength of your ancestors." Liam looked around at his friends and neighbors. They were tired but proud. The village had stood together, and for now, they were safe. But Arya's face was serious. This was only a test. The Shadow Council will return stronger. Liam clenched his fists. Then we will be ready. The next days were filled with preparation. Arya helped the villagers build better defenses, train in simple combat, and understand the power of the bond. Liam led patrols around the village, learning the forest paths and hiding places. Slowly, the villagers began to trust Arya. They saw her courage, her kindness, and the way she cared for their home. One evening, as the village gathered around the fire, Arya told a story. "Our ancestors faced many dangers," she said. "But they survived because they believed in each other. The bond was their greatest strength," Liam added, "and now it is our strength too. We will protect this village and the bond with everything we have." The people cheered softly, their fears easing. But deep in the forest, unseen eyes watched. The Shadow Council was gathering forces. They would not give up. One night, Liam stood watch alone near the river. The moon was full, casting silver light on the water. Suddenly, a soft voice called his name. "Liam." He turned and saw Arya, stepping from the trees, her face pale. "They are coming," she said. "Soon, very soon." Liam felt the weight of the coming battle, but he also felt hope. "We will fight," he said firmly. Arya smiled, taking his hand. "Together, we are stronger than any darkness." The night was quiet again, but Liam knew the storm was coming, and when it did, he would stand tall for his village, for Arya, and for the bond that joined them. The village had never felt more alive and more anxious at the same time. The people worked harder than ever, preparing for the coming fight. They built stronger walls from timber and stone. They sharpened their tools and practiced their moves with staffs and axes. Yet in the evenings, fear still whispered in the shadows. Liam and Arya often sat near the fire, speaking quietly about the days ahead. Arya could see the burden growing heavier on Liam's shoulders, but she also saw the strength rising within him. One afternoon, Arya took Liam to a hidden place deep inside the forest. They walked carefully through thick trees and winding paths until they reached an old cave. The entrance was covered by moss and vines, almost invisible to anyone who didn't know it was there. "This cave holds the secrets of our ancestors," Arya said. "Inside you will find what you need to understand the bond and how to protect it." Liam hesitated, then followed her inside. The air was cool and damp. Light from their torches flickered against the rocky walls. The cave opened into a wide chamber filled with strange symbols and carvings. Liam's eyes widened. The walls told stories of warriors and healers, of peace and war, and most importantly of the ancient promise between humans and Illyrians. Arya pointed to a large carving in the center. It showed two figures, one human and one Illyrian, standing side by side with their hands joined. Around them were shining stars in a circle of light. "This is the bond," Arya explained. "It is a promise to protect and stand with each other, no matter what." Liam ran his fingers over the carvings, feeling a strange warmth. "How long ago was this made?" "Many generations," Arya said. "Long before our worlds knew about each other. The promise was made in secret to keep peace." Liam looked closer and saw a strange device set into the wall. It was a small box with glowing lines and buttons. "Here," Arya said, "is a key. It holds knowledge and power passed down through the ages. It will help us in the coming battle." Liam carefully pressed a button and a soft light filled the room. Holograms appeared, images of ships flying through space, warriors training, and peaceful cities shining with energy. This knowledge was hidden to protect it from the Shadow Council, Arya said. Now, it is ours. Liam felt hope rise inside him. We can use this to save our village? Yes, Arya smiled. And more than that, to protect both our worlds. They spent hours in the cave, studying the carvings and learning secrets of ancient technology and strategy. Liam discovered that his ancestors had been warriors as well as woodcutters, protectors of the bond, just like him. When they left the cave, Liam felt changed. He no longer saw himself as just a simple man. He was part of something greater, a guardian of a sacred promise. But the danger was growing closer. One evening, Arya received a message through her communicator, a small device she always carried. The Shadow Council's forces were preparing for a major attack. They wanted to capture Arya and destroy the bond once and for all. Liam's jaw tightened. We must warn the village. Arya nodded. They will come in force. We must be ready. Together, they gathered the villagers and shared what they had learned. Arya showed them the carvings and the technology from the cave. The people listened with wide eyes and beating hearts. Liam spoke with quiet strength. We have the power. To protect our home, we must stand together. The villagers cheered, their fears turning into fierce determination. In the following days, they worked even harder. Arya trained the villagers in new ways to defend themselves using the knowledge from the cave. Liam led scouting missions to watch the forest edges. One night, as Liam returned from a patrol, he found Arya waiting for him by the river. There is something you must see, she said, handing him a small crystal. Liam held it carefully. Inside, light shimmered and shifted, showing images of distant battles and victories. This crystal holds the history of the bond's protectors, Arya explained. It will guide you when times are darkest. Liam felt a deep connection to the past and to the future. I won't let you down, Arya smiled. I know. As they stood by the river, the stars above seemed to shine brighter, as if the universe itself was watching. The final battle was near, but Liam and Arya were no longer afraid. They had the strength of their ancestors, the courage of their people, and the unbreakable bond between them. Together they would face whatever came, and they would protect their world. The village was quiet but tense. Everyone knew the final battle was close. The Shadow Council's forces had grown stronger and were preparing to attack with everything they had. Liam and Arya stood before the villagers, their faces calm, but filled with determination. We have trained hard, Liam said. We know the forest, we know our homes, and we have each other. That is our greatest strength. Arya nodded. The bond gives us power beyond what we can see. Together, we are unstoppable. The villagers cheered softly, their spirits lifted by the words. Families gathered weapons and prepared their defenses. Walls were strengthened, traps set, and watchmen posted around the village. As night fell, Liam stood on a hill overlooking the forest. The moon was full, casting silver light over the trees. His heart pounded, but he felt ready. Arya joined him, her presence calm and steady. Are you ready? She asked. Liam took a deep breath. I am. For the village, for you, and for the bond. The first sign of the enemy came as a cold wind. Dark shapes moved silently through the trees. The Shadow Council's forces approached in silence, hoping to catch the village unprepared. But Liam's scouts spotted them early. The alarm was raised. The village lights went out, and the defenders took their positions. The battle began with arrows flying and shadows clashing. The villagers fought bravely, their courage shining in the dark night. Liam moved through the fight like a storm. His axe swung with power and skill, cutting through the enemies who tried to break the village walls. Arya stood beside him, her hands glowing with energy, sending waves of light that pushed back the attackers. The Shadow Council's soldiers were strong, but the villagers were stronger. They fought not just with weapons, but with their hearts. Liam spotted the leader of the enemy forces, a tall figure in black armor holding a staff that pulsed with dark energy. "This ends tonight," the leader shouted. "Surrender the alien and the bond." Liam stepped forward. "We will never surrender. This village and this bond belong to all of us." The leader sneered and charged at Liam. Their weapons clashed with a powerful sound. Liam felt the force of the strike, but he did not falter. Arya rushed to Liam's side, raising her hands to protect him. Together they fought the enemy leader, their strength and bond shining brighter with every moment. Around them, the battle raged. The villagers used the traps and defenses they had built, slowing the enemy advance. Young and old fought side by side, united in a cause greater than themselves. Liam could see the fear in the enemy's eyes. The bond, the courage, and the unity of the villagers were breaking their will. With one final strike, Liam's axe shattered the leader's staff, sending a pulse of light that scattered the dark energy. The enemy leader fell to his knees, defeated. The remaining soldiers fled into the forest, their spirits broken. Liam and Arya stood victorious. The village was safe. The villagers cheered, their faces glowing with relief and pride. They gathered around Liam and Arya, thanking them for their courage and leadership. Arya smiled at Liam. "You have done more than you ever imagined." Liam looked around at the people he had fought for. "We did this together. The bond is not just between me and Arya. It is between all of us." The night was calm once more. The stars shone brightly above as if celebrating the victory. In the days that followed, the village began to heal. The bond between humans and Illyrians was stronger than ever. Liam and Arya knew there would be challenges ahead, but they were ready. Together, they had faced the darkness and won, and together they would build a future of peace and hope. The sun rose over the village, casting warm light on the quiet streets and the green forest beyond. The battle was over, and peace had returned. But the village was changed forever, not just in the way it looked, but in the hearts of its people. Liam stood outside his small wooden house, looking at the forest that had been his home for so long. Now it felt different. It was a place of new hope, of new beginnings. Arya came to stand beside him, her silver hair shining in the sunlight. She smiled softly. "You have done well, Liam," she said. "The bond is strong, and our worlds are safe. For now." Liam nodded. "I never thought I would be part of something so big. Just a woodcutter. Now a guardian." Arya took his hand gently. "You have always been more than you knew. The bond chose you for your heart, your courage, and your kindness." The villagers began to rebuild, working together with a new spirit of unity. Walls were repaired, fields planted, and homes mended. But beyond the physical work, something deeper was growing. The people no longer saw Arya as a stranger or an alien. She was one of them, a symbol of hope and friendship between worlds. One day, the village elders gathered Liam and Arya. "Want to thank you both," one elder said. "Your courage saved us all. You have opened our eyes to a greater future." Liam smiled humbly. "I only did what I had to do. We all did," Arya added. "The bond is not just a promise between two people. It is a promise between all of us, humans and Illyrians alike. Together, we are stronger." News of their victory and the bond spread beyond the village. Other towns and cities began to learn of the ancient promise and the strength it gave. Liam and Arya traveled to nearby settlements, sharing stories and teaching about unity and peace. Their message was simple but powerful. No matter how different we are, we can work together for a better future. In time, a new council was formed, made of humans and Illyrians, to protect the bond and keep peace between worlds. Liam never forgot his simple life as a woodcutter, but now he had a new purpose. He trained new guardians, teaching them not just to fight, but to understand the power of trust and friendship. One evening, Liam and Arya stood once again at the edge of the forest. The stars above twinkled brightly. "Do you think this is the end of our journey?" Liam asked. Arya smiled. "No, it is only the beginning." Liam looked at the peaceful village below and felt hope in his heart. We will face whatever comes, together. Arya leaned close, her voice soft. I am proud to call you my husband. Liam smiled, feeling a warmth he had never known before. I'm proud to stand by your side. The bond between them was strong, unbreakable. It was a promise not just of marriage, but of friendship, courage, and hope. And as the stars watched silently above, two worlds came closer, united in peace and, in heart, the end.